Tesla. This could be the stock of the day. A big drop in deliveries, and the SEC makes its case against Elon Musk in court this afternoon. Look at it go down. $30 lower right now as the market opens. That's a 10% loss. Come on in, Michelle McKinnon, Scott Martin, the evening edits, Liz McDonald, and Ashley Webster. Michelle, to you first. Is Elon Musk now a liability for Tesla?
I mean, he is and he isn't, Stuart, because at the end of the day, I think the only reason why this Tesla stock is so highly priced is because of Elon Musk. So, yes, he's a liability, but also I think he's the one that has been pushing this particular stock higher. So it's him.
So, Scott, is Tesla nothing without Musk?
Definitely isn't, Stuart, and Michelle's right. I mean, it's kind of live by the sword, die by the sword. I mean, the reason that Tesla keeps bouncing back off a 250, 260 level, which is where we've picked at the stock here and there for some of our clients and then maybe try to sell it a little higher, that's where it seems to bottom out, and then it only has a top, say, in the high or low 300s. But I'll tell you what happens, though, is if Elon Musk keeps these antics up, whether it's attacking the SEC, this terrible wrapping that he's doing, those are just more risks to the future of the company that eventually I think will come to roost.
Got it. I want to move on to Boeing, the 737 MAX jet. Those Ethiopian airline pilots in the crash reportedly followed expected procedures before the crash, but they couldn't control the plane. The stock actually is up this morning. This is all about the plane. This report suggests the plane is the problem, but the stock is up. Explain it.
I mean, we've had so many bad headlines from Boeing the past month. I think it's a little bit baked in. And at the end of the day, Stuart, it could be a buying opportunity. And 365 days from now, it could be higher.
Well, D.R. Barton on this program yesterday said he had bought Boeing in the low 370s, and apparently that was a good investment because the thing is now 388.
388, yeah.
388, 389. Okay, we've opened up the market, and in the first couple of minutes, we are up 17 points. Got that. How about this? President Trump meets China's vice premier this afternoon at the White House. He's likely to announce, well, we hear the speculation that he'll announce a summit with China's Xi Jinping, but the stock market is only up 16 points on the Dow. Explain that one.
Well, if we actually get a summit announced, I think the market probably will move higher. And at the end of the day, Stuart, we're up 2.42% the past week. We're up 14% year to date. The stock market's on a tear. I mean, from day to day, some days we're going to have a downturn.
Hold on, I've got to straighten this out. Blake Berman, our guy in D.C., is reporting that there's an announcement of a summit is not expected today. Okay,
we'll see what that does to the market.
Just coming in. What do you say, Scott?
I said, uh-oh. But you know what's funny about that, though, Stuart? I mean, to Michelle's point, she's right. It's kind of like her comment on the Boeing news or even Facebook news that we've had, guys, over the last year. The more we talk about the China trade deal or no trade deal, the summit or no summit, the dinner or no dinner, the market starts to move on eventually. So, yes, I do believe we're going to get a deal done. But I'll tell you, that bounce in the S&P that comes after that news is probably only going to last a couple hours.
I think we're also waiting.
Oh, I disagree. If an actual deal is done, I think you're going to see a much stronger rally. And I think
would say
global growth is going to pick up. I think it's going to be a big deal.
And word is they're 90%
I think it's already in, guys.
Yeah, okay. You think it's baked in?
Completely disagree.
You disagree. Okay.
I also think, aren't we treading water a bit? We've got a big jobs number tomorrow after that 20,000 number that came in February. We've got a big jobs report
Hopefully
tomorrow.
Have more zeros
and then the earnings season is just around the corner, so we'll get a better view.
And a great jobless claims number this morning.
Yeah,
that's right. The firing rate is down to a 49-year low.
Yep.
What does that tell you about the economy?
Amazing.
You hang on to the workers you've got.
But the market's not surging.
Exactly right.
Well, wait a second. Now we're up 40 points on the Dow Industrials. That's not exactly a great surge, I do admit, folks, but nonetheless.
It's on the upside.
It beats a loss, doesn't it? Okay. J.P. Morgan chief, J.P. Morgan's their chief, Jamie Dimon, top-known banker in America. He's got an annual letter to shareholders. He says, the American dream is alive, but it's fraying. He goes on to say that solutions are needed to drive growth, incomes, and opportunity. What do you say?
He's, it's on the one hand and on the other hand. He's saying capitalism can be a force for good. Watch this. Jamie Dimon said he's cheerleading. Wow, the tax cuts added $3.7 billion to our net income. We took that opportunity to, quote, massively increase our investments in technology and new branches and more.
This economy is growing, to his point. We need growth and opportunity. There are more jobs available than people looking. I'd say that's pretty good opportunity.
7 million.
Yeah, I'd say. Chime in, Scott, go ahead.
Yeah, and more people are coming here than ever before. They're getting jobs, like Ashley said. We've got record 401k balances. We have the great wealth gap that was created by the Obama administration is shrinking. I mean, all these things that are happening in America, yes, there's some scary things coming from, say, the Democrats and their proposals, but to me, the American dream is almost getting back on track here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, it sure is. Okay, and look at this. The big board now shows a healthy gain. It's not just a little blip up. No, it's 68 points higher, a quarter of 1%, 26,286. That's where we are. Constellation Brands, you know, the liquor people. They make Corona beer, Mondavi wine, and a whole bunch more. Their sales are up. They're going to sell off. What was that? They're going to sell off about 30 of their low-end brands in a $1.7 billion deal. The stock is up a half percentage point. CVS, the pharmacy, launches same-day, on-demand prescription delivery nationwide. The stock is up at 53. Don't forget the price of oil after that big jump in supply, still at $62 per share. No impact on the stock market from the price of oil, not that I can see. Apple, UBS says Apple will not have a 5G iPhone anytime soon. That means the 5G network being built out. You can't use the phone in your pocket now.
I don't know how Apple... The question is, how come Apple didn't see this coming? Everybody's been talking about 5G for a while.
That's true.
So who takes advantage?
Isn't it Verizon that's got the 5G
yes,
network?
Yes, Verizon network,
But you can't get onto it without a 5G phone.
Correct. You need a new phone.
Which we don't have yet.
Right.
Okay, so 5G
who takes advantage? Maybe Samsung comes in.
Well, look at Apple. I mean, it's 196, 195 as of this morning. Nice gain, though, from the 150 that was at late last year. Look at Lyft. The stock is just below its IPO price. Its IPO was 72, it's now at 71.87. Got to tell you, though, multi-billionaire Carl Icahn sold his stake in Lyft before the IPO. Is that a bad sign?
I think it's just a headline. I think particularly with these IPOs, it's so hard to tell the first year in. And I always advise, just wait. You got to wait because Twitter, Facebook, there's so many IPOs that actually went on to do well and had a horrible first year.
Yes, I mean, Facebook started out well, plummeted. Took its time to go straight back up
now it's at
again.
175, 178, yeah.
What you got, Ash?
Well, I don't know if this is hurting the market. I know Blake Berman said no announcement on the summit, but the Journal is now reporting that a date for the summit is expected later today.
Oh, okay.
So conflicting reports. I guess we'll never know until they decide whether it's today or not, but that report may be helping the market a little too.
Blake Berman reported that a summit announcement is unlikely.
Correct.
He reported that after the Journal had reported that a date.
So after that, so Blake's more on the ball.
The market is up. We're up 95, 96 points now. The Dow has crossed at 26,300. It is an early morning Thursday rally as of now. Then there's more on Facebook. Facebook records have reportedly been found on Amazon cloud servers. Another negative for Facebook. The stock, though, on a tear. We said every single day.
Yeah.
There's always a negative story on Facebook about what they've been doing, this, that, and the other, and the stock goes up. 176 as of right now. Go figure.
Yeah.
You still wouldn't touch it, though. Is that right, Scott?
No, we still are touching it. We own it, Stuart. We held it all the way down. We bought a little more down there, but not enough. Because your point is great. I mean, if Facebook wants the price to go up, they just keep releasing bad news, or bad news keeps coming out on the company. Imagine if they actually got some good news here, say an earnings coming up or something like that.
That's fascinating. I'm just waiting for their earnings report. Let's see if they're still making gobs of money. And if they are, the stocks are
probably
okay.
All regulation.
9:40 Eastern Time. Michelle, Scott, thank you very much for joining us. We do appreciate it. Again, oh, look at this. Oh, check that big...